I'm a law student here. You're not gonna come over here and try to violate my rights.
This cop pushed his authority too far, not realizing he was messing with someone who wasn't afraid to push back.
Out of here. Yes, I paid you for something. Out of here. Because you got my ID for no reason, brother.
In September 2023, Officer Prudell responded to an anonymous tip and pulled NMSU law student Joel Martinez out of his dorm for allegedly having a beer. What happened next revealed more than just a simple police violation.
Oh, sorry. How can I help you?
Is there anyone else in here?
No, it's just me.
Okay. You mind just opening the door that way I can see?
What you trying to look for?
I just want to make sure there's no one else in there. Sorry, and then I'll talk to you about
no, there's no one in there right now.
Okay.
Right.
Come out here and talk to me then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be honest with you. So we got a report that you were seen walking into your dorm with alcohol. So
Okay.
Is there alcohol in there?
I don't answer questions. What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Purtle, NMSU Police.
Title and name?
Security officer.
Oh, security officer. Okay.
Okay. You have an ID with you?
I do.
Okay. Can I see it?
You suspect me of a crime?
I do.
Okay, what crime and how can you articulate it?
Minor in possession of alcohol. We got a report that you were walked in.
So it's like here that they said thing?
Okay.
It's yeah, right? It's like they said that he has. And that's how you're gonna articulate it.
So we don't have to go down this route. If you wanna go down this route, we can.
Well, I really don't, but like I'm studying right now. I'm doing homework. You knocked on my door. I'm out here. I want to know what's on. You say that they said that there's alcohol in this room.
The officer saw the 19-year-old as an easy target, completely unaware that Joel Martinez knew his rights better than most adults.
How can you articulate it though?
Okay, so that's why I'm here talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still need to ID you.
No.
And then we need to go from there.
You have to suspect me of a crime.
I do.
You realize that cops in New Mexico don't have qualified immunity, right?
I do that.
Okay, so from here on, let's just be careful with what you're about to do right now. Okay. You're saying that you want my ID, but right now you or yourself can articulate a crime that I've committed.
Okay.
So
I already explained to you why I'm here. Why
okay,
I need your ID.
I know what you're here, but okay, is my ID gonna tell you if there's alcohol in that room?
No, but I still need to identify you.
My name is Joel.
Joel what?
Joel.
I need your first, last name, and your date of birth.
No, you don't.
I do. If you don't want to provide that,
you don't want to call Officer Donovan or one of your supervisors here?
Yeah, I can get a sergeant over.
Then calling him because right now, this is not what you want to do right now. Because this is a violation of my Fourth Amendment.
Okay.
Officer Prudell failed to give a clear legal reason for the stop, and Martinez instantly asks for a supervisor, determined to shut things down before they go.
Anything gonna happen if I don't identify myself?
You can be arrested for concealing identity, yes.
So okay, so I want you to say, if you don't ID to me right now, if I don't give you my ID, that you're gonna arrest me. I want you to give me that ultimatum.
So, just hold on. You want to wait? You said you wanted to wait to speak to a supervisor, so let's just do that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And keep your hands out of your pockets for me.
Hi, name and badge number, please.
Sergeant John Lovelace. My badge number is 212.
212, all right, thank you. Officer said here that if I don't ID, I will be subject to arrest. Is that true?
It's possible, yes.
Possible, yes or no? I need that ultimatum, or else I won't get my ID.
Okay, so technically right now, yes, you could be arrested.
I need a yes or no. Like, I need you to tell me if you don't give me your ID right now, I'm gonna arrest you.
Why would I say that to you?
Because I need that ultimatum. Because right now you're asking,
yes,
and I have the right to say no. Because you're asking. You're not. It's not a lawful order. Okay. I need you to make it a lawful order.
You're being detained for suspicion of minor in possession of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see your ID.
Okay, and if not?
And if not, you could be considered concealing identity.
Because New Mexico statute says that concealing of identity is a secondary charge. I would have to have been arrested or suspected of a crime. No, right now, you hear just hearsay.
Arrested or suspected. You're being suspected of having possession.
On what grounds?
Okay. Martinez stood his ground, but when Sergeant John showed up, the encounter took a sharp turn as intimidation took over reason.
So do you have any alcohol in your possession?
I don't answer questions. On what grounds?
Okay, so you don't have any alcohol in your possession.
On what grounds? I don't answer questions. On what ground? Yeah, that's her room, bro. Nah, they're trying to go in, bro. They're trying to ID me and shit, but nah.
Okay, so who are you talking to?
I'm recording you.
You're recording. Okay, very good. So if you want to hang out down there, you can. That's fine. So here's the deal. By saying could, what we're trying to do is we're trying to be cooperative with you and have you be cooperative with us
Mm-hmm.
and help us clear this matter up.
Okay, I gave him my name,
You,
Joel.
Ben, what's your last name?
You don't need my last name and you do not need my date of birth unless you want to run me for it, unless you want to run my name through your system. Are you trying to run my name through the
You
system?
have warrants for your arrest? Is
Are
there
you?
anything
I don't
we
answer
should be
questions.
concerned?
I don't answer questions. I'm
don't
asking
answer
questions.
questions.
I don't. It's my Fifth Amendment. Is it or is it not?
Okay, so the question is that like the officer told you, you're being suspected of having possession of alcohol underage. So in that case, the easiest way to prevent this is for you to let us know. Either somebody saw you carry a case of beer. You have a case of beer in your possession?
I don't answer questions.
Martinez's calm defense of his constitutional rights was impressive, and watching him outsmart officers with his legal knowledge made the moment all the more satisfying.
The next step in this process would be, would you give us consent to check your room?
Nope.
To make sure that
Nope.
you have no alcohol in your possession?
Nope. I do not consent to any searches nor seizures.
Okay, very good. This is completely up to you how you want to play this.
You could get a warrant, or you could,
So
or you have probable
right
cause.
now,
Go
right
ahead.
now, we do have reasonable suspicion that possibly a crime had been committed.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to investigate that.
Mm-hmm.
You're certainly welcome to refuse if you wish,
I know.
but we need to ID you.
Or
And if you do not present your identification, you can face a non-traffic
Could.
citation.
you're saying could. I need you to
Because
say you will.
I'm giving you the opportunity to.
No, I need that ultimatum.
cooperative
I will
with
give
us.
you my ID if you say that I'm going to go get arrested if I don't give it to you.
So you'll give us if we say that.
If you say that, yes, sir. Because that's already grounds for me to set up litigation against you.
So you're threatening to sue us.
I ain't threatening nothing, brother.
That's what you just said.
It's not a
It
threat.
gives you grounds to.
It's not a threat. It gives me grounds. Does it or does it not? I don't answer questions.
Okay, so the easiest and simplest solution to this is for you to tell us your name, date of birth.
Joel.
Joel what?
Joel.
Okay, by just saying Joel, there's 1,000 Joels. I need a last name and a date of birth.
For what? You're gonna run?
In order
I
to
told
confirm
you want
who
my
you
name.
are for the report, I need to have your name and date
You
of birth.
can.
There was no lawful reason to run his ID, and officers like these are exactly why cities end up paying for lawsuits. Instead of walking away, they let their egos take control and make everything worse.
I didn't even have to give you my first name for that report. You could literally put the citizen or the guy or the suspect. Yes, you can.
Work like that.
Yes, it does. I'm a law student here. You're not gonna come over here and try to violate my rights.
So I'm not trying to violate your rights. I'm trying to be cooperative with you, and you be cooperative
Okay,
with us.
cooperate with me and accept that I'm not gonna give my ID unless I'm gonna get arrested. Say it and I'll give you my ID. Just say if you don't give me your ID, I'm gonna arrest you.
So you want us to threaten
You want us to-
Yes, I want you to give me that ultimatum if you really want the ID.
Threaten you. That's not how this is gonna
Why? Because you know you can't. You know you don't have that ultimatum. You know you can because you know that opens up for litigation.
The intimidation was far from over. One officer even had to Google the laws on concealing identity, showing just how little they actually knew.
have to stay over here.
No, I can't. I'm in your view.
I'm telling you, you need to stay over here.
Just keep recording, Sean. Don't let him intimidate you. Oh, let me take my hand in my pocket.
Thank you. I
There's two
appreciate
guys
it.
right here with Glocks and scared of a 19-year-old with the phone, bro.
Well, I'm not scared of a 19-year-old with the phone I have. Come on, man, don't do that, okay?
No.
Seriously,
Can you, like,
that's
stick your
just
hand out your pocket?
me.
Do you see something in my pocket?
Okay, well, we would like for you to do that for us, just to be cooperative,
Oh,
okay?
just to be
sir?
cooperative, like just
Come on,
like for you to
don't-
say what you want me to do. Are you googling the laws right now? Because that's really what you should be doing right now. All right, cool.
You okay with that?
Yeah, continue reading.
Are
the
you
statute.
sure you're okay with that?
Yeah. I give you permission.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
appreciate it. I'm going to read you the law because you are a law student, okay?
Sean, can you
According to
give
New
me-
Mexico, it's all being recorded.
Yeah, I know,
My
but those
body
are hard
camera's
to get.
running.
So I'm gonna use my own.
So concealing identity consists of concealing one's true name or identity or disguising oneself with the intent to obstruct the due execution of the law,
Am I obstructing?
or, yes, technically you are.
Even after reading the laws on Google, Sergeant John kept pushing for the student's ID, but was careful not to trigger a lawsuit. They stopped short of giving a direct order.
With the intent to intimidate, hinder, or interrupt any public officer or any person in illegal performance of his duties or exercise of his rights under the law of the United States.
Okay, so your investigation is investigating that I'm in possession of alcohol, right?
That's exactly
Okay,
what
and
we
if I don't
said.
give you, if I give you my IDs, I'm gonna tell you if I do or do not have alcohol in that room,
If
or is it
you-
just a way
if you
pathway
deny-
to find me with something?
No. The ID is so that we can identify who we are talking to. If you wish to deny us access to that room, that is totally within your rights.
I know.
But you refusing to identify yourself
I
to
know.
us by name and date of birth,
Yeah.
full name,
Mm-hmm.
date of birth,
Mm-hmm.
that is concealing identity.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, so just tell me
So,
that if I don't give you the ID, you're gonna arrest me. Just
Okay.
say it.
Show us your ID. We need to see your ID. Or
Or-
you will be arrested.
Thank you. Y'all got that right?
In the end, the sergeant let pride override the law, issuing a direct threat of arrest if Martinez didn't hand over his ID.
You got that. Pigs for real.
Why do you use that term?
Cause why the f are you searching my Like,
We're not searching
no,
your shit.
yes, that's a
Go ahead and identify him real quick,
seize of
please.
my identification. Is it or is it not?
It's not a seizure. We just
It's
need
a
to confirm.
seizure of my identification, yes or no?
We just need to see who you are in order to
I
go
told you
for
my
the
name.
investigation.
Told you my name. Today or did
Your
not?
legal name.
My
Give
legal
us your
name.
first name.
What is my Joel? Not the legal name or what?
Joel what?
He has my ID. Go look at it.
Perfect. That's all we
Yeah.
needed. Thank you. That's all we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we got called. Someone suspected him of having alcohol in his dorm room, carrying a case of beer in. He's 19 years old. We will take a case report on it. There'll be a case number drawn. Pretty much, basically, he's pushing the issue on the concealing identity. But now that we've negated that, we don't have to do any more. We will take a report just to document the incident. Okay. Any questions?
Just the report number.
Yeah, we'll get that here. We'll get that here in just a minute. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, Joel.
Yeah, go
We're
fuck
done.
yourselves.
Okay. Have a good night. You guys can go to your room now. Thank you.
After finally getting his ID, the officers ended the search and walked away, proving the ID revealed nothing they couldn't have known before. Martinez didn't hold back on their way out and ensured they heard exactly what he thought.
Are they?
Oh, wait, they're right here.
Hi. Just listening.
Yeah, you're listening? Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else I can help you guys with?
No, you're
So
good.
you're just gonna stand around and get paid?
Yeah, sure.
You're just gonna stand around and get paid, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think we can just prove some braces. I'm gonna get complaints on both of your asses. And
Okay.
Chief Donovan's gonna know about this because he knows who I am.
Chief Donovan knows
Chief
you.
Donovan knows who I am.
Okay, very
All
good.
right. And did you find anything with that ID, brother? Did you find out if there's alcohol in here or not with that ID? Nah. So what the
You
was
denied
the
us
point?
consent, so that's fine.
I didn't
Like
give you
I- like
consent.
I told-
You could,
exactly.
Even if you could, you wouldn't.
So
If you
we're not
could,
gonna
you
we're not
would've
gonna
done
argue with you. Have a
it.
nice
Yeah,
day.
get the f out of here.
Well, this is actually a common area, so we're allowed to be.
Yeah, go work. I pay you for something. Get out of here. Yes, I
Why
paid
are
you
you
for
doing
something.
this?
Get out of here. Because you fucking got my ID for no fucking reason, brother.
Oh, okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
Have a nice day, sir.
Fuck you.
It was the perfect send-off for officers who had clearly overstepped, and not long after, Martinez filed a formal complaint. A lawsuit hasn't been confirmed, but if one follows, their careers may be in serious jeopardy. This wasn't just another citizen. This was someone who knew how to fight back, and they weren't backing down.
I want to know what law I broke, because I clearly just showed to you. This is from the California DMV. You are misinterpreting and misunderstanding the law, man.
In August 2019, an officer confronted a motorcyclist about lane splitting, but what happened next caught him off guard. The rider knew the law and wasn't afraid to speak up.
You can't pass on the right like that, dude. You're allowed to split lanes, but you can't pass on the right.
Does it say that in the statute?
That's you do what?
For lane splitting, lane sharing.
Yeah, you can't pass on the right, bro. It's
Okay,
Yes,
does it
law.
does it say that in this lane sharing statute?
I don't know what the lane sharing statute is.
So the
know
rules
about
governing.
law. There's not two lanes. So if there's two lanes, so let's just say,
I'm gonna reach for my phone. Yeah.
yeah. So if there's two lanes and you're illegally, you're allowed to split the two lanes. Does that make sense?
Okay.
There's not two lanes here. There's only one.
This is the DMV website. California law does not allow or prohibit motorcycles from passing other vehicles proceeding in the same direction within the same lane. Within the same lane. Has nothing to do with two lanes. I was within the same lane.
Yeah,
I wasn't past the white line.
All right, I'm not gonna argue, man. Can you read that again? I'm sorry.
Sure. Well, here, you read it right there. California law does not allow or prohibit, that means I'm allowed to do it, from passing other vehicles proceeding in the same direction within the same lane. A practice often called lane splitting, lane sharing, or filtering. Lane sharing has absolutely zero to do with two lanes. I did not break the law.
The rider's unexpected response caught the officer completely off guard.
All right, can I see your license, registration, insurance?
Okay, what is your cause for pulling me over and asking for my information?
Unsafe passing within the lane, dude.
No, I'm just showing you the law.
Bro, listen to me. I'm not here to argue with you. I just need your license, registration, insurance, okay?
Okay, and I'm asking you for what purpose?
I just told you, because you're passing vehicles within the same lane on the right.
That's allowed.
Safe passing on the right. I'm not talking about lane splitting. You're not splitting lanes. You're passing vehicles on the right.
Okay, this literally just says lane sharing.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about splitting lanes on the right. You're not allowed to pass vehicles on the right.
Show me where it says where I have to do it on the left or right.
Let me see your license, registration.
Okay, and I'm merely asking you the cause for asking for that. In order for you to ask me for that information, I have to have broken the law, correct?
Correct.
Okay, great, thank you, great, okay. This is being recorded. So, if I have to provide you my information, I want to know what law I broke, because I clearly just showed to you. This is from the California DMV. You are misinterpreting and misunderstanding the law, man.
The officer first mentioned lane splitting, but when challenged and left without a response, he suddenly denied ever mentioning it, a clear sign that he was cornered and had nowhere else to go.
Also a law that says you cannot pass unsafely on the right.
Okay, so I have this on tape. Show me where I passed unsafely.
I will. Let me see your license, registration, and...
So again, what law did I break?
Man, I just explained it to you.
You didn't. I just explained to you I'm allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to pass vehicles on the right. If there's two lanes, listen.
Has nothing to do with two lanes.
Okay, let me explain something to you.
Has nothing to do with two lanes.
Let me explain lane splitting to you.
I just did.
Let me explain it to you.
Oh,
Okay?
you're gonna explain it different than the law.
You know the law.
No, I can read English.
Okay. All right, well, I can too. So let me explain my interpretation of lane splitting.
Okay, your interpretation as opposed to facts.
Okay. Facts, lanes, whatever you want to call it, man. Let me explain to you what I consider lane splitting. If you've got two lanes or more, all right?
Which doesn't say here, right?
If you've got two lanes or more,
Okay.
okay, in one direction,
Mm-hmm.
and you go in between the lanes, whether you're in the lane to the right or the left, so you're sharing the lane, or you're on the dividing broken white lines, that would be splitting the lanes. Does that make sense?
Okay, hold on.
With his argument falling apart, the cop resorted to inventing laws on the spot, grasping at anything to defend his actions in front of the rider.
It even says, man, listen, within the same lane. It has nothing to do with two lanes.
Yeah, with lane splitting though, we're not talking about
No,
lane splitting
no.
here.
Hey, I'm talking about what the law says.
But you're looking at this as lane splitting. There's no two lanes to split, my man. You understand that? There are no two lanes to be splitting here.
Okay, so show me
All right.
right there where it says it has to be two lanes.
Bro, are you splitting lanes?
I'm
Are you
sharing.
splitting-
Hold on.
Sharing the lane.
Yes, look, right there as it says, lane sharing.
Right,
Sharing.
While you're splitting lanes.
No. That's not what it says. It says, look right there, lane
I'm
sharing.
gonna make this so simple for you, man. Give me your license, registration, insurance. I will look it up to clarify and show you.
I'm showing you right here.
Bro, you're looking at the DMV web. There's vehicle code. Okay.
Okay.
There's vehicle code.
The officer was clearly unaware of California's lane splitting rules. The officer stubbornly pressed to get his details despite the motorcyclist breaking no law, a bold display of confidence built on ignorance.
Just like you're splitting lanes, right?
Yep.
It's dangerous.
Same. Thank you.
It's
I was just about to say that's the same. It's the
dangerous.
risk that I'm taking.
It is.
But within
okay?
the law.
But reading the law, it is not clearly stated as far as whether or not you could be passing on the right in one lane or two. All right. So I just called my supervisor.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, dude, I don't know anything about that because I never write it because it's not clearly written in law.
Sure
right?
it is.
Well, it's not.
No, except it is.
Well, except it doesn't clarify whether or not you're allowed to pass what it says in the same lane. But lane splitting, well, just hear me out.
Go ahead.
Lane splitting in my interpretation, okay? Lane splitting is you got two or more lanes in the same direction and you're going in between the lanes, right? But the law says within two or more rows of traffic in the same lane.
Even after being told by his superior not to issue a ticket, the officer continued collecting information and clinging to authority during a stop that never should have happened in the first place.
In order for you to ask me for my ID, I have to have committed a crime, correct? You can't just walk up. Hold on. Let's answer this right. You can't just walk up to somebody and say, give me your ID, right? We don't live in a police state. You guys are meant to enforce the law.
Okay.
So I have to have committed a crime in order for you to give me your ID, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that's the first thing. That's
Okay.
why I'm arguing. I don't want to argue with you about, you know, whether I have to give you my ID, because I know I don't have to. So, hold on. So, this is AB 51. For the purposes of this section, lane splitting, quotes, means driving a motorcycle as defined in section 400, which is probably what you got, maybe, that has two wheels in contact with the ground. Did I pop a wheelie at all? Did I pop a wheelie?
We're not going there, bro.
Well, no, I'm just trying to, hey,
I'm reading
in
the same
contact
thing,
with the
yeah.
ground, between rows of stopped, which they were damn near stopped, or moving vehicles in the same lane. So I get what you're saying. A lot of people have that bad, trust me, you're not the first officer I've had this interaction with. And every result is typically the same. I walk away, no ticket, I don't have to give my license and registration because I haven't broken the law. And I'm gonna use this term because that's what it is, and it's not a negative infliction upon you or anybody else. There's a difference between stupidity and ignorance.
The officer struggled to grasp the very right he's sworn to protect and enforce, a troubling display of confusion from someone in uniform.
But ignorance of this specific statute as it applies in California, it says same lane. I know what you're saying. That's what the general public thinks. It is poorly written. They tried to do something about it. CHP had guidelines on it that were removed because people had questions and didn't understand what the law actually says.
Yeah.
So am I getting a ticket? Did I break the law?
Well, what I just told you, my man, is that my intention was never to actually give you a ticket.
Then why did you ask me for my registration and insurance?
Because I have to document all my contacts. Okay, I have to document my contacts.
If I broke the law.
Well,
you have my info. It's
hey,
right there on my plate.
Again, my interpretation of what you did was
inaccurate.
it was you were passing on the right, okay?
I'm allowed
and
to do.
my interpretation of lane splitting is splitting two lanes. However, now that I'm reading the section and talking to my supervisor, it's not clearly written in there. So I'm telling you right now, you're not getting a ticket because it's not clearly stated in the vehicle code or the AB section that you just read to me, which is the same thing I'm reading, okay?
Yep.
It quickly became clear that the officer had no idea what he was doing, an alarming level of incompetence for someone tasked with upholding the law.
Did I break the law today? Yes or no?
Yeah, like I just explained to you. Originally, my interpretation was yes, you did, but now I'm reading the section and it's not clearly stated.
So
okay?
is that a yes or no? Did I break the law?
I don't know. I gotta do some research, my man. I gotta do some research on
You
it.
just read it, man.
Yeah, I gotta do some research
I said
on it.
we got all the time in the world. You called your supervisor. He even said, hey, it's not clearly defined.
Yeah.
So if it were, he'd say, yes, issue a ticket, and it would not be disputed in court. So then the answer must obviously be no. If it's not a yes, it's pretty, I mean, when you meet people and you're gonna write them a ticket and your decision-making tree back there is, okay, what statute, even on the ticket, it says, what statute did they violate? I have to write them a ticket, and you have to put there on the ticket the statute that you violated, right?
Even after the motorcyclist clearly read the law word for word, the officer kept insisting it was unclear, a desperate attempt to hold his ground without a single fact to back it up.
So is the vehicle gonna get towed or are you gonna provide me with your information?
I'll tell you what, if you want to tow it, then we can end up in court.
Okay.
That's fine. Go for it. Get a supervisor here, get somebody else here. I'll call my lawyer.
Right.
Because you're not, you already know who I am. What information do you want?
I just explained it to you. You told me.
Okay, it's Washington State driver's license. Pretty simple.
Everything's good to go. Everything checks out. You see how easy that was?
Well, hey,
All you do is show me your license, man.
no, I don't. I don't have to show you my license. What crime did I commit? What crime did I commit?
We're done here, brother.
Great, so 4 officers, all these resources for a crime that never got committed. And you learned something. Hey man, you guys stay safe, have a good day.
The cop only backed off after the motorcyclist gave up his vehicle registration, proving that the stop had no real basis. Even when the case reached NCIS and the motorcyclist presented this footage, no action was taken, a disappointing reminder of how often accountability slips through the cracks. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we saw shocking examples of power-tripping officers who let their authority go straight to their heads. These cops clearly had no idea who they were messing with, and their arrogance quickly backfired. Thanks for watching. Please support the channel by subscribing, leaving a like and comment if you want more like this.